welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. We've got an interesting battle for you here. Mr. Lan, who's supplied many replays for us before, has played in his Valiant, a tank that we don't often see replays for, but I think we did get quite a few from Probo Bob and other players who like the Valiant and think it's quite a good tank. In actual fact, David Fletcher calls it the worst tank the British designed. In fact, it's probably the worst tank in the Bovington Tank Museum. It's basically the A38. It was a design for a British tank to be used in the Far East. It's got a 75mm gun, which will do 110 alpha and penetrate 91mm of armour. Now, it's got very thick armour at the front of the vehicle. It's 114mm thick. At the sides, it's 75, and at the rear, it's only 60 on the hull, but the back is 75 for the turret as well. So it's a very heavily armoured vehicle indeed. And one can only suppose that the reason why it has so much armour is because it was originally going to be going up against Japanese anti-tank guns, because of course the Japanese didn't have that many tanks of their own, and therefore it was going to get attacked by Arty on a regular basis. And that's why they put thick armour on it, to make it survive. But I suppose I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of books and videos about the Valiant already, so we'll see exactly what they say. Now, it is a fairly slow tank. Top speed is only 19 kilometers an hour, which puts it on the kind of slow side compared to others. Its reverse speed is 10 kilometers an hour. So it's actually got a reverse speed which is 50% of its top speed. And that's saying something, because most tanks, their top speed is, well, say 50, and their reverse speed is only, say, 10. So one-fifth. This thing, it's half its forward speed. Well, the only enemy that we've seen so far off in the distance is the T-28E with the F-30 gun, who's around that corner. Now, he could do serious damage to this Valiant, but we've got some teammates ahead of us. So at the moment, Mr. Land's just chilling and letting his teammates do the work. Now, this video is worth watching. Honestly, you'll see some videos about the Valiant where you won't believe what actually happens. Well, this one is well worth watching for reasons that will become apparent as you watch it. Well, his teammates are definitely pushed that T-28 out from that position, but he's still fighting, or rather, the enemy's still fighting. And unfortunately, we just lost the T-28. But that Kehoe in the distance is taking damage, and there's the T-28 with the F-30. Now, he's about the only one on the enemy battle team who can actually do serious damage, but he managed to get behind that rock before we could do some damage to him. At the moment, we're only one tank down on the enemy, so it's not too bad. Now, he's reluctant to move forward at the moment because, well, there's only one other player on his team who's just ahead of him, and that's a Panzer III Aslains J. And if he does push forward from this position, he might expose his weak side armour. Well, weak side armour, then it's not really weak actually, it's 75mm thick, but he doesn't want to risk taking any damage. So at the moment, he's hiding behind this huge wreck, which is actually giving him a lot of protection. Now, he thinks there's an enemy tank down there. The Kehoe is still alive. Oh dear, we just lost that Panzer III Aslains J, and now we've got enemy behind us as well as enemy ahead of us. Uh-oh. Oh, he does get a shot into the 788 M41, but remember that T-28E with the F-30, it's still there somewhere. So now he does have enemy behind him. There's the M41. He's picking his moment to open fire. No, he can't penetrate that. He's got a blue dot. Now he can do it. Yes, nice pen. He was waiting to get an easy pen. That T-28E with the F-30 hasn't appeared. And, well, it looks like Mr. Land's decided he's going to pull back and try and defend the cap area, because now there's only an Arty in the cap area, and he's an SU-8, and also an OI who's over on the northwest corner of the map. And that's all that's left of his team. The annoying thing is there's still 11 enemy tanks out there. Oh no, it's just got worse. They just killed the SU-8, and it was the enemy Arty that got him. Oh dear. This is not looking easy, and we've now lost the OI, which means that Mr. Land is the last one alive, and he just got a moving hit on that Wolverine, on that M10. There's the Semavente. Gets him with one shot. Oh, that's the enemy Arty. Remember what I said about surviving lots of Arty hits? Okay, it's got a bit of protection. He's waited. He's gone unspotted. Uh-oh, here's the T-28. Now remember, that guy's got an 85mm gun. And here comes the Arty. Yep. Just got hit on the tracks, but that's all. No actual damage from that. I think he's tempting that T-28 to come out after him. And now we've got a Wolverine as well. Nice. Well, we can put him out of action. And he does get one 76mm round into us, but it's only 97 hit points he gets. I think he might have had 3-incher. Okay, one shot to kill the T-28. He backs away. The Keyhoe's behind us. Can't turn the turret fast enough, but the T-28 makes a mistake. Now, we just got hit in the tracks. There's still 8 enemies out there. Okay, the Keyhoe's gone low. Mr. Land's frustrated by that. He doesn't want to chase after it, and the enemy Arty goes low as well. I think the enemy Arty must have thought that Mr. Land would chase the Keyhoe down into the dip, and we didn't. The enemy's not capping, and that means they can only be coming after him. Here they come. First one, BT7. Gets one hit, gets a second hit in the tracks. The Matilda's turned up. They've all turned up to try and kill him. He blocks the shot from the Matilda. They don't want to come out and that 75mm gun. He's got plenty of APCR. I think the Keyhoe can't come up behind him, but there might be somebody else who's willing to. And now we've got a Stugtai Aslains. Now remember, he's got a 75mm gun. And he's out. We took a round in the tracks, but that's okay. BT7, it looks like he's tracked. Oh, we're now being hit by HE rounds. One more round to kill the BT7. The Matilda's trying to make his way through. He takes one big hit. He's tracked. And that's a kill. So now Mr. Land has 5 kills on the enemy, and they've started capping. They realise how dangerous it is not to cap. Okay, so he's going to go to the cap now. Take them on. And he comes across the BT7 again. He's still only firing HE at us. And that's the Arty. Near miss. And the BT7 goes down. Now, where is that enemy? Oh, it's a VK. A VK 3601H. Now, he did hit the armor, but he didn't pen. Now he did, and that's a reset. It's long-range shooting. And the VK's firing back at him. I'm wondering what gun that guy's got. I think he might have the derp gun. Oh, he hits in the tracks. Oh, go for the front of the vehicle. Yes! Got the kill. Now, who's next? There's only 3 enemies left. They've got 2 tank destroyers, a Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C and an Su-76, and then we've got the Su-8. Oh my gum. Can he do this? It's just amazing. Trouble is, he's so slow. If he wants to get over the other side of the battlefield, there's the Su-76. When he blocks a shot from the Su-76, puts another one in. Can he get for the kill? 2 more shots. This is the kill. Yes! The big trouble is if he gets caught in the open and the enemy gets into the cap whilst he's on the other side of the battlefield, ouch, that's the problem. The Su-8 can really hit him hard. Remember, the Su-8's got an alpha of 550 hit points. Now, it's not easy to penetrate a Valiant, but if he was to be penetrated, it would certainly slow him down and make it very difficult to win. He's relying on his armor to keep him alive, and he's got to hope and pray that the enemy doesn't get into the cap whilst he's trying to kill the Su-8. Okay, where is that Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C? The last thing we want to hear is the cap going off. If we find that he's still defending the cap area, their cap area, then they really have misplayed this one. So painfully slow going up the slope. In fact, it was the fact that the Valiant was so terrible to drive was the reason why it was rejected by the British Army. The soldiers who were told to drive it, they found it was absolutely impossible. And there he is! It's the Su-8! Oh, we've tracked him! Oh, poor guy's going to go down without being able to get another shot. But where is that Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C? We don't know where he is. The view range on this tank is 340 meters. So we should be able to see him if he was in the same spot as he was before. Oh, he's capping! Oh no! Oh no! Will he be able to get back to his own cap? This is the last thing we wanted to hear. Now the question is, will it be more difficult going up that slope to get to the other side than going round? It's probably better for him to... Oh, he stopped capping! Oh, he's a fool! He's failed, he's just gave it away. Because we know where he was. And if he's trying to lure Mr. Land in, he's made a terrible mistake. He should have kept capping. It would have been difficult for Mr. Land to get back in time. He's given Mr. Land a chance now. Now I can see why Mr. Land went up the slope, because he could see his own cap area. If the enemy had still been capping, he might have had a chance to get a shot at him from the top of the slope. It takes so long to get up that slope. And oh yes, he's got the thing with the mouse where he's playing around. Yes, he knows that he shouldn't be doing it, but it's a nervous thing he does. Okay, we're into the last minute now. If that Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C has gone away, then we're not going to get him. "42 seconds left. It's going to take us a few seconds to get up this slope. This could end up being a draw. Let's hope that the guy tries to defend the cap area. And then we get a chance to... Oh, there he is! There he is! Misses him with the first shot. Gets him with the second one. Third. Oh, in trouble now. He realizes it's too late. That's it! He's done it! That's a collar ban off. A collar ban off for Mr. Lan. Here's the end of battle stats. That was an ace tanker game for Mr. Lan in the Valiant. Not surprising, really. He took on 11 enemy tanks. And as he says, one of them crashed and died of their own accord. So he only got the chance to kill 10 of them in the game. But he did win the game all on his own, basically carrying his team across the finishing line. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. He got a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks or more. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. And a shellproof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got the medal everyone would like to get. The Collar Ban Off medal, standing alone against at least 5 enemy tanks and winning. In fact, he stood alone against 11 tanks and won. He also got a Pools medal for killing 10 enemy vehicles. He killed 10 exactly. And he got a Steel Wall for blocking the most damage in the game. A High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And finally, he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And it took it down all the way to the wire because that clock was ticking out. And if that Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C had actually decided to run away, he would have ended up with a draw instead, because Mr. Land just couldn't chase him. He's too slow to chase a Panzer Selbstfahrerfährte 1C. So yes, he kind of gave it away, but in a way, it's good that he did, because he's given us a really great battle at the end. Well, we can see from the score that the highest damage in the game went to Mr. Lan with 3,851 hit points. Second highest damage went to the OI with 1,292. And the third highest damage went to the Churchill 3 on the enemy team, who managed 1,016 hit points. When it came to kills, Mr. Lan scored the highest with 10. The next highest scorers being the OI on his own team, the VK3601H on the enemy team, their T28E with the F30 gun. They all managed 3 kills each, and 2 kills in third place went to the M10 Wolverine on the enemy team, and also to their Matilda. When it came to base XP, Mr. Land scored 2,082. That's an incredibly high score. When you get over the 2,000 mark, yes, that is when things start getting really crazy. And that's a huge effort by Mr. Land. Very well done indeed. The next highest scorer only had less than half that amount. 845 went to the OI, and after that it was the T28E with the F30 gun, got 573. Let's have a look at detail. 56 shots fired. Yes, he did fire a lot of premium ammo. Yeah, we did see that. 42 direct hits on the enemy, 38 penetrations, 3,851 hit points of damage, of which 1,026 were at more than 300 meters. So he did do some long-range shooting, but most of it was close range, and close range with a vengeance, because he was being attacked from 2 different sides at the same time. The Keyho was attacking him from one direction, and the T28E with the F30 from a different direction. 22 hits received from the enemy, only 2 of which actually penetrated, 14 non-penetrations, and 10 hits by way of splash. And that wasn't just the Arty. The SU-8 was hitting him, but he was also being hit by HE by that BT-7. He blocked damage of 1,025 hit points in total, spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 10, and did 182 hit points of damage assistance. And he got 69 defense points in the cap. If only he'd let that guy sit in the cap 1 more second, he would have had a defender medal as well. So yes, very, very well played. He earned 45,611 credits on a free play account, 22,806 from personal reserves, 68,417 credits altogether. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and yes, that's where it really hurt him. He did fire a lot of premium, so he ended up losing 110,105 credits from that game. But the Valiant, well, if you fire premium ammo with the Valiant, you will normally get a direct hit and a penetration. You can see here the ratios. Very few shots actually didn't pen. Only 4 shots didn't pen out of the ones that did hit the target. And yes, so it really was effective. The reason why he won that battle really was the fact that he was using APCR. If he hadn't been using APCR, I think he would have found it difficult to get through the hull of the Matilda and also that Stug 3 Ausstellung B. So he actually did himself a favor by loading nothing. Well, he did have a few rounds of HE, but he loaded the right rounds anyway in this game. 2082 base XP, same again from personal reserves, 8,328 from personal missions payout, and 833 for this being a premium vehicle. He took away 13,325 experience points from that one game alone. But what a game. Congratulations to Mr. Ladd. That is a lovely board to have of medals. It would have been nicer if you'd had the Defender as well, but only 1 second was in it, and you didn't know at the time that you hadn't clocked enough seconds up, and you just wanted to kill that VK3601H as quickly as you could anyway. But that was a great game, and thank you so much for sending it in. I really appreciate you for doing that, and I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.